Welcome everyone, I'm Fausto Carnevale, Italian accountant, and in this video we will go deep through an important tax regime in Italy, the 200,000 euro flat tax for high net worth individual. So before starting the video, I will also give you some introduction about this regime and what is happening, what is the new that we have to consider this year, and I will talk also about why people are moving to Italy as a third place in the world, why millionaires are moving to Italy, and also we'll talk about this little trick that you can use if you want to apply to this regime. So this regime is basically an easy regime regulated by the tax authorities. You can even see exactly in the website Agenzia delle Entrate what I am saying today. So basically, if you move to Italy and you have never lived in Italy for 10 years, you can pay a flat tax, you as individual, of 200,000 euro, no matter which sources of income you have abroad, no matter. Here, consider that before, this tax was only 100,000 euro. Now they double it, but of course, if you have, let's say, 1 million euro in revenue, you are basically living to Italy. You don't have to declare your assets abroad. This is also another thing. And you only pay 200,000 euro. So of course, if you're making 400,000 euro per year, you are paying 50% of taxes. But if you're making 700,000 euro per year, this is already a good tax structure, because consider that you live in Italy, in a beautiful country with lower costs, and you have the possibility also to travel to Switzerland, to Europe, because I know that you know you also how to get a visa. You have the visa, of course, you are a citizen and you can move free in Europe. So one thing is that this is the flat tax, but the important thing is that this is attracting a lot of people in Italy. In fact, Italy now is a great place to invest. Investing in what kind of businesses? So there are in my opinion, three businesses that are doing very good in Italy. And I was watching this week a lot of videos, a lot of, let's say, reports in Italy. So they are trying to describe this phenomenon. Because in Italy, as we say, for the younger generation, my generation, they always say, people, young people, or in their 30s, they move out of Italy because they are looking for a better opportunity abroad. But there are also another side of people who are moving in Italy because of those flat tax. So just a small introduction, not only we have this high net worth individual flat tax, we also have the impatriate regime. This is if you are the best tax regime if you earn up to 500,000 euro per year and you work in Italy. So you work as a freelance or as an employee. But this is the topic of another video. I did a lot of videos about the impatriate regime with the new rules of 2025, so you can have a look. But so we have to consider two things of this 200,000 euro, because you may also be a high paid employee. So let's say a CEO, a CFO, or whatever. So you may say, I earn 800,000 per year, I can move to Italy and I only have a flat tax. No, because if you live and work also from Italy, so that's why this is our tax regime, preferably used if you have dividends, rental properties, and whatever kind of sources of income. But if you are a CEO, let's say, you can work remotely in Italy, or you can work in Italy as an employee of a big company, you don't have this particular regime. But in this case, you might have the impatriate regime, okay, which is still good, because between taxes and social contribution, you pay only 25%. I'm talking about as a physical person, not as a company. What is the good things about this regime? So suppose that you move in Italy and you have this regime. What about if you have a son? What about if you have your wife and other two sons? So for all the members of your family, each of them, they pay only 25k. So this is very interesting, because at this point, you may pay 200,000 euro flat tax, even if you earn, let's say, 500,000 euro, you as an person who moved in Italy, but maybe let's say your wife earned 300,000 euro. Of course, she wouldn't move in Italy alone to pay 200,000 euro of taxes, of course not, but 25,000 euro. Let's say your son also earned quote unquote only, let's say only, in Italy is a lot of money, but let's say gross 100,000 euro. Actually, it's not a lot of money if you are an employee, even in Italy, because of the high pressure of taxes. But in this case, you may pay only, and I repeat, only 25,000 euros. So this is the best trick of this tax regime. Consider that in Italy also, this is the third part of the video, so the investment things, people are investing in real estate. It is a market that it is constantly growing in big cities like Rome and Milan, but also close to the seaside, for instance, where I'm from, in Abruzzo, because there are the tourism who is never dying in Italy. They want to go to the sea, they want to spend their time in the seaside, they want to have fun. So you can always buy a house and rent it via Airbnb. Moreover, in Milan, there is also these high-end luxury shops. So there is one street called Via Monte Napoleone, and there basically there is the luxury market. It is growing, and I heard that this is one of the top street in Italy, and that basically the average turnover of all the shops is higher than the other cities in the world. So in that streets, people buy stuff with an average ticket of 2,600 euro. So if you want to also open a business, even if you are from Asia or if you are from the US, you want to open a business and you want to target the luxury market. You want to target not the luxury market, the people who are willing to spend thousands of euro. In Milan, you have the possibility. Of course, you don't have to live in Italy forever, because as we know, this is a regime that lasts 10 years. Now, disclaimer, it's not easy to go to Italy. It's not, I would advise to book a consulting call with a tax expert, which can be us, or if you have already an accountant, talk to him, talk to your American accountant, basically before moving to Italy, there are a lot of things to consider, because this regime, this is so good for some people that you have to do an interpello to Agenzia delle Entrate, meaning you have to ask with a specific format if, providing all the documentation, you can apply this regime. They may not reply, but you have to ask to prove that you asked if the regime is applicable to you. This is mandatory, by the way, it's not an option. If you use the impatriate regime, it's not mandatory. If you use this regime, it is written in the website of the tax authorities, this is mandatory. Mandatory meaning if you don't do it, then you can have a tax audit, and they might contest you. They might basically ask you for something to pay. They might say, this revenue is generated in Italy, etc., etc. So this is the news, and consider also that Italy, in terms of quality of life, I will go actually in Italy. Maybe you will look, you will see this video at the end of this week, which is 13th of September. I'm going to Italy from the 18th to the 25th of September. I will try to show you also around. I will do a video vlog to show you one good location to live. Before concluding this video, we are Italian certified accountant. If you need a consulting call, you can send us an email at info@esentaxa.com. We can also have a complimentary call sometimes if you want to understand our services. But in general, the easy and the fastest way to book a call with us is via the description, the link in the description. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel and please leave me a comment, because I will reply personally to all the comments. And if you need more information, again, info@esentaxa.com. Until next time, Fausto Carnevale.